first one to say how thankful I am. I'm surrounded by people who genuinely care about the well-being of others, and I feel at home. My name is Chad Starr. To some, I'm known as Hawaii's own Forrest Gump. Much like Forrest, one day I decided to just start walking. Unlike Forrest, I had a good reason.
An Oahu man is hitting the road on Maui this weekend to raise awareness and money for suicide prevention. Chad Starr is walking 164 miles around the island's perimeter in honor of his daughter.
I guess it's safe to say I've been a mental health advocate for about 5 years now. And that's kind of how I got started with this walk around the perimeter. I lost my daughter, Sienna, in 2019 to suicide. She was 12 years old. I lost her July 1st, so July 2nd, I knew that I wanted to do something, and I just knew I didn't want people to feel the pain that I was feeling, whether it be parents or grandparents or siblings. From that moment, I started doing everything that I could to help people or to try to prevent loss. I'm originally from Oklahoma, grew up there, and then eventually moved to Arkansas. Now I've been in Hawaii for going on 3 years. So I met Sienna when she was about 3 years old. From the first day that I met Sienna, she was just so accepting and loving, and just made me feel like I wasn't a stranger at all. That's something that Sienna held on to her entire life. She made people just feel just at peace, loved, and accepted. You could just tell that she was very genuine and truly cared about people. She was very talented. She was a gymnast. She competed, and thankfully I got to be a big part of that. And I got to do her hair for competitions and take her to her competitions on the weekends. So I really got to see Sienna grow, from 3 to 12. She really was just a really special kid. And she just always knew the right things to say and, wanted to help everyone, whether it be just a stranger on the street or kids at school. And when she passed, we got more stories about that, of how she wanted to, or was always trying to just make sure everyone got along and no one felt left out. Just recently, I received a message from someone that Sienna had went to school with. And it's been 5 years. And they were telling me that Sienna was the only one that didn't make fun of her. It was just someone that they felt comfortable around when there was no one else for them at school. I knew these things to be true, but to get a message like that from someone that was struggling at that time, and knowing that Sienna was, always trying to look out for everyone, it just made me feel great as a parent, and I'm thankful that, I got to be in her life for as long as I did, to experience that firsthand. I loved every time that she would draw me a picture or make something. She had started designing her own clothes, and so she really was just, super exciting, fun, and loving child.
I had no idea that a child that brought me so much joy and taught me to be more loving, understanding, patient, and compassionate could also bring me so much heartache, loneliness, helplessness, and emptiness too. My life has forever changed. Not only because I met Sienna, but because I lost her too. When I lost Sienna, I instantly knew I wanted to try and prevent another parent from feeling the horrible pain I was feeling. For weeks, I would wake up screaming, crying in the middle of the night. I never felt more physically ill in my entire life. I could spend hours trying to describe the pain that's attached to losing a child, but unless you've lost one, my words won't even come close to it. It's truly indescribable. Now is a good time to circle back around to Forrest Gump. Each year, I walk the perimeter of this island to raise awareness for youth mental health. In the last 2 years, I've I walked over 400 miles between this island and Maui. I walked the perimeter to hopefully be a glimmer of hope to those that need it most, to show them that no matter what they believe, there's at least one person that cares.
Thank you for coming in, and I know this is personal for both of you. Tell me about what is happening tomorrow, more about this event.
So tomorrow I will start my third walk around the perimeter. It's something that I do to raise awareness for youth mental health. I just tried to do this to bring people together and let them know that they're loved, and it's gone really well so far. So I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. Day one's very exciting, of course, but it's also very hard because that's Sienna's birthday.
Thank you so much.
So there's a lot of emotions that first day. The walking part really is the easiest part. Walking 20 miles a day it's okay. I feel like I grieve nearly every day. So when I get to have a week out of the year that I feel better about myself, and I feel good about being able to help people, I really am on a high for an entire week, and I need that.
Good morning, day 2. We started
Waking up day 2. I usually have blisters and things like that, but I tell myself from day 1, I will finish this no matter what it takes. So knowing that going in, having no doubts at all, that is what gets me through. And I've played out these scenarios in my head. What if something terrible happens to me? I'll finish it in a wheelchair if I have to, I will finish it. And it doesn't matter what my body's telling me, although I should listen at times, but I just know what I'm doing it for and how much it's helping people and how much it's helping myself. I'm surrounded by people that are hurting or have hurt in the past or are trying to navigate this new life that they have because they just recently lost someone they love. That's a lot of weight to bear. People are sharing things with me that they've never shared with other people. I'm happy that they allowed me to hold space for them and just be someone that, that won't judge them. I've heard a lot of stories of loss, of course, but I've also heard a lot of stories of people that, eventually did find their way. They were able to overcome the things that they were going through in life. When you hear that, you know that there's hope. There's hope for everyone. That is what keeps me going. It's what keeps me doing this is, both the good and the bad. I just want to be there for people. When I walked Maui, I flew over the night before the walk started. I got extremely sick with either tonsillitis or something. We ran the first day of Maui. It's like 27 miles, I think. And I had a fever the whole time, and I was just eating medicine, trying to just get through it. And I use that as an example because it's kind of just shows like I'm not stopping. I kind of view it as, these people are counting on me, and I don't want to let them down. So it's a big part of it.
Good morning. It is day 5. Hoping to end somewhere near Makaha. I already have people.
So day 5 of the walk, towards the end of the day, my friend had just flew in from Arkansas to walk the last 2 days with me. I was very motivated, and we walked farther that day. I don't remember how many miles, but it was over maybe 25. I was waiting on my girlfriend to come pick me up. By the time I got home, my legs were just huge. I think I had close to another 40 miles to walk after that. The next day, I had a pretty sharp pain in my left knee. A couple hours in, then my other knee started hurting pretty bad, but I just kept going. Luckily, I had someone there, and she taped my knees for me, and it helped for a little bit, but then, I don't know, it just stopped working. Fast forward 2 days, I finished the walk, and then the next day, I went to get out of bed, and I just collapsed. I couldn't put any weight on either of my legs. Took x-rays, said everything was fine, but I knew something was going on. But yeah, we finally had the MRI and confirmed that fractured both tibias. So yeah, I had been walking around on broken legs for just over a month and a half. It was hard for me to really soak everything in from the walk and all the good that had happened, because I was just miserable. I was in so much pain. I would definitely say it's a result of not training. I do that every year. I don't train every year because I want to test my mental strength. I've always used that in the past to tell people, your mind is so powerful, and if you can control that, it'll really help you get through some very dark times. I need to be doing more for sure. I need to be making sure that they're taken care of, because I need to be ready for next year.
So next year is going to be happening?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. I genuinely appreciate each and every one of you. Let's keep moving forward together, supporting and spreading love every step of the way. Thanks again, and see you on our next walk. My girlfriend was telling me about you, and she's just such a huge fan, and I found you on Instagram. I sent you a DM, and I think you responded right away. It stood out to me that you took the time to respond, because we had a similar story. We both lost someone that we really loved. So I just thought, I raise money for nonprofits every year, and I thought this would be perfect way to kind of connect with you and just kind of talk story with you, talk about Victoria and talk about Sienna as well. We scheduled a meetup, and then I believe that's when I talked to you about wanting to raise money for Fightstory, because I believe in what you and everyone at Fightstory is doing, and I wanted to honor Victoria as well. I don't think that we'll ever be able to do too much when it comes to honoring the ones that we love. I know that pain that you felt when you lost her, and I know that pain doesn't go away. I just wanted to be there for you and, show you that people care, complete strangers care about what you're going through. I think it's important that we have support from people, from everyone, because it's hard. It's hard to live this new normal and continue, healing forward without the people that we love so much. After our meeting, I felt great about it, and I was excited, and here we are.
I just want to say this is to let people know that they're loved and appreciated, and the world needs them.
Getting to hear all the amazing stories and make great friendships and feeling like I'm helping save people's lives it's not a feeling that I think most people get to experience.
Remember, you're loved.
We could be the flower in